Good morning and happy Easter to the traditionalist Christians among us. My name and welcome to the Vashon Island Unitarian Universalists. My name is Beth White and I will be your service leader for today. If you are visiting, we're so happy you're here and I hope that you will introduce yourself at coffee hour and join us for some treats at the end of our service. We're being interrupted.
Good morning, everyone. I would like you to all stand up. Stand up. And I would like you to get your hands ready to clap. We're having a standing ovation for the team of people who put this together this morning. It was so much fun. And, well, we don't know what's to come, but we're starting out great. So thank you all who helped with this. Thank you.
Our congregation is committed to individual freedom of belief, welcomes diversity, seeks to promote a sense of community, and fosters religion which enriches the spirit. We are a mostly lay-led community, strengthened and enriched by weaving together the volunteer contributions of members and friends. Our community is supported and guided by our minister, Reverend Victoria Poling. As we begin our service, let us take a couple of breaths to become fully present. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable and put your feet on the ground. And allow all that you experienced before coming here drift away. Relax and bring your attention to your breath and your body as it rests in the chair. Slow down. Allow yourself to be fully present, breathing deeply and slowly. Open your eyes as you feel comfortable arriving more fully in this room, surrounded by our loving congregation. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional homelands of the Swabash Coast Salish Native people. The Puyallup people have lived on and stewarded these lands since the beginning of time and continue to do so today. We recognize that this land acknowledgement is just one small step toward true allyship, and we are committed to uplifting the voices, experiences, and histories of the indigenous people of this land and beyond. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you arrived here, you are welcome. Following our month-long review of the theme of transformation, our program committee offers a celebration of the springtime transformation of the earth, a spiritual transformation based on the Christian story of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, and a consideration of seasonal themes from other faith traditions over time. I invite Julie to step forward for the chalice lighting.
Normally, Easter and Passover are very connected, and because this is a leap month, Passover isn't a month. So I am reading from the Passover Haggadah. May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Spirit of freedom.
Marilee Runyon will now read our opening words.
Morning. This is a poem by Ada Limon, who is our National Poet Laureate, from her book called The Carrying. And it's a favorite of mine. It's called Instructions on Not Giving Up. More than the fuchsia funnels breaking out of the crabapple tree, more than the neighbor's almost obscene display of cherry limbs showing their cotton candy-colored blossoms to the slate sky of spring rains, it is the greening of the trees that really gets to me. When all the shock of white and taffy, the world's baubles and trinkets, leave the pavement strewn with the confetti of aftermath, the leaves come. Patient, plodding, a green skin growing over whatever winter did to us. A return to the strange idea of continuous living, despite the mess of us, the hurt, the empty. Fine then, I'll take it, the tree seems to say, a new slick leaf unfurling like a fist to an open palm. I'll take it all.
Please rise in body and spirit and turn to your hymns for hymn number 31. 38. Oh, 38. 38. Yeah, that's me, I'm sorry. Morning Has Broken. You may remember this, a good old Cat Stevens song.
Excuse me while I find this. Got it on my cell phone. Here we go. This is called, wait a minute. Wrong one. Okay, this is called Unafraid of the Dark. It's by Gary Kowalski. On Easter Sunday, we remember the teachings of Jesus as we celebrate the miracle of life, which is also closely related to the miracle of death. Jesus, for example, spoke of a seed. Unless it falls to the earth and is buried, it remains just a seed. But by going down beneath the ground, it gives rise to new life and bears much fruit. It's the magic we call spring. Part of the magic is in the seed, which is alive, full of DNA and stored up nutrients that help it grow. But another part of the magic is in the soil, which is made of old leaves and twigs and little creatures that have composted and decayed to make a bed where the seed can lie quietly and take root. It takes both to make spring happen: the light and warmth and clarity of the sun, and the cool, damp dimness down underneath the earth. It takes the wonder of life, and it also takes the wonder of death. And people are like that seed, Jesus said. Sometimes we have to lose ourselves to find ourselves. Sometimes we have to make an ending in order to find a new beginning. So I ask you on this Easter morning if there's a part of you that needs to be put to rest, a grudge perhaps you need to bury, an emotion or a memory you need to plow beneath the soil, a piece of identity or self-image that you need to drop and scatter to the wind. Is there a door you need to close so that another passage can be opened? If you're wise like the seed, you won't be afraid of the dark. You'll know that's the place where transformation takes place. And if you're wise like the autumn leaf, that's faded, you won't be afraid to fall when your time comes. You know that's the gateway to a new and different life. After the service, there will be pots with magic seed planted in each of them. I invite everyone to take one home and put it in a sunny place, water it every day or two. In a short time, you will see some magic happen.
Good morning. Thank you, Judy, for those wonderful words. I'm Anne, and with a wonderful team of people, we're putting together sort of a patchwork, as you can probably tell today, with lots of different participants and many shared readings from a wide variety of sources. And I think that will probably, I hope, build into the richness of our celebration today. But I'll start with a quote from the Reverend Scott Taylor. Scott Taylor tells us, "Spring and Easter don't preach the same sermon. Spring promises the inevitability of relief. The cold will end on its own and flowers will naturally bloom. Easter tells us that wholeness won't come without work. Spring says, sit still and watch the dirt transform to beauty. Easter says, get busy and make friends with dry earth. Dig in and don't be afraid of blistering your hands. The pain, sorrow, and bloodied soil is not redeemed by the seeds, it is the seed. Don't run away from the pain. Don't wait it out, instead trust it. If you do the work to befriend it, it will leave you whole." We have, I'm borrowing generously from the words that our dear friend Sharon Hines Pinion has put together and shared with us before. She's done quite a bit of work as an active pagan and has kindly shared these words with me to share with you today, and sends her best greetings from Arizona, where she's warm and sunny. She starts out with the spring equinox, which we passed last week. The spring equinox symbolizes renewal and rejuvenation, the transition from darkness to light as nature emerges from the dormancy of winter. It's a moment of balance and symmetry in the Earth's orbit around the sun, symbolizing the cyclical nature of time and changing of seasons. Many cultures observe the spring equinox with festivals and rituals centered around fertility, abundance, and the renewal of life. In fact, I'll start now with some of the, well, here we go. For many neo-pagans, we're talking about Ostara, which is the name for the original feast day of the goddess. Ostra is a original celebration of Easter, which is where many of the Easter traditions came from, hiding eggs, rabbit symbols, real rabbits, even wearing pastel colors, all originated from the celebration of Ostra. It wasn't until it was deemed a church holiday, they had to put like the resurrection somewhere, that the original meaning and celebration of Ostra was used for the church's purpose. Ostra is a time of planting new seeds, both physically and spiritually. At this time of year, during the spring equinox, we see new life springing forth, filling us with new energy to bring about the best versions of ourselves, to create the ideal world that we'd like to see, to write our own destinies. For neo-pagans back in the day, Ostra is a feast day, or today, that honors the spring goddess and earth mother. A form of this traditional springtime celebration was practiced by many pagan cultures throughout history. It's important to understand the symbolism and rituals that are involved in participating in this joyous occasion and truly embracing the energy of this powerful celebration. Ostra is an Anglo-Saxon goddess who represented dawn. We have a lot of, I was trying to find, there are lots of images of her throughout history in many different forms. And her name derives from the Germanic word for east. She's depicted often as a young woman surrounded in light and budding flowers and trees. The Ostra festival falls around the equinox and is related to spring festivities. The symbols that surround Ostra include, no surprise, eggs, rabbits, and spring flowers, which speak of the fertility and new life she brings. The egg especially has always been a sacred sign of fecundity. Eggs carried the power of becoming, of creation. Some ancient legends believed that the earth, which is hatched from an egg. Eggs became natural associations with fertility, birthing, and creation. The egg is still much revered and often placed on altars in Hindu and many other cultures. Rabbits, too, were associated with the spring festivals because of their great propensity to reproduce. In fact, we were here yesterday and there were 2 rabbits. Sorry, we got here this morning. Let's see. According to one, you want to hear, these are stories for all ages, but we'll have another one as well. The origin of the Easter egg and the Easter bunny. I bet Margaret Mackey knows these. According to one folk tale, all of the animals of the forest were preparing a great party, and like we did, and with it arrived the arrival of the great goddess. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. In anticipation of her arrival, the animals scurried to find suitable gifts for the goddess, everything from the mundane to the absolutely wondrous. Seeing all the gifts and trinkets that the other animals could provide, the rabbit ran home to find something special for the goddess that she might deem worthy. He searched all of his cupboards, under the bed of the pantry, and all over the home, but he had nothing. Until in the very last shelf the hare found a single egg. The last of his possessions, he carefully took it down and decorated it for the goddess. Once all the animals had presented their gifts, glittering jewels, silver and gold, the hare nervously presented his crafty little egg. She took the egg from him, smiled, and appointed him a special place in her company due to his generosity and thoughtfulness. And we all have a chance to decorate eggs in the back later on. And you can leave them for the goddess. Another legend of the goddess Ostara once found a wounded bird on the ground, which she saved by turning it into a hare. The hare, however, still laid eggs like a bird, and so would decorate and gift these eggs to Ostara as a token of thanks for her festival day. The dyeing of eggs tradition may have its roots in the ancient Zoroastrians' painting egg ritual of the spring equinox. Painting eggs is a common activity in various times of the year in many countries. This time of the year in many countries, Ukraine, the U.S., Austria, Poland, Eastern Europe. Tying ribbons on trees is another way that people have celebrated the Easter time. I have more, but I will leave you with one question. This is a quote from John Tesh. When you are in a dark place, you sometimes tend to think you've been buried. Perhaps you've been planted.
Thank you, Anne. That was really fun and inspirational. Please join me in standing to sing hymn number 146, Soon the Day Will Arrive. Originally written by Ehud Manor and his brother, it is now sung worldwide in many languages as a song of hope. All of us need these words today.
Hi, I'm Kim, and our story for all ages is Change Sings. It's a children's anthem by Amanda Gorman. I can hear change humming in its loudest, proudest song. I don't fear change coming, and so I sing along. I scream with the skies of the red and blue streamers. I dream with the cries of tried and true dreamers. I'm a chant that rises and rings. There is hope where my change sings. Though some don't understand it, those windmills of mystery, I sing with all the planet and all of its hills of histories. I hum with 100 hearts, each of us lifting a hand. I use my strengths and my smarts to take a knee to stand. I'm bright as the light each day brings. There is love where my change sings. I show others tolerance, though it might take some courage. I don't make a taller fence, but fight to build a better bridge. I talk not only of distances from where and how we came. I also walk our differences to show we are the same. I'm a movement that roars and springs. There's a wave where my change sings. Change sings where? There, inside of me, because I'm the change I want to see. As it grows like seeds. I'm just what the world needs. I'm the voice where freedom rings. You're the love your bright heart brings. We are the waves starting to spring, for we are the change we sing. We're what the world is becoming, and we know it won't be long. We all hear change strumming. Won't you sing along? Thank you.
Okay. We have to find, here we go. Okay, more about seeds here. This is called A Seed Knows How to Wait. It's by Hope Jahren. A seed knows how to wait. Let me get a little bigger here. Okay, most seeds wait for several years before starting to grow. A cherry seed can wait for 100 years with no problem. What exactly each seed is waiting for is known only to that seed. Some unique trigger combination of temperature, moisture, light, and many other things is required to convince a seed to jump off the deep end and take its chance, to take its one and only chance to grow. A seed is alive while it waits. Every acorn on the ground is just as alive as the 300-year-old oak tree that towers over it. Neither the seed nor the old oak is growing. They're both just waiting. Their waiting differs, however, in that the seed is waiting to flourish while the tree is only waiting to die. When you go into a forest, you probably tend to look up at the plants that have grown so much taller than you ever could. You probably don't look down where just beneath your single footprint sits between 100 and 1,000 seeds, each one alive and waiting. When you are in the forest, for every tree that you see, there is no less than 3 million more trees waiting in the soil, fervently wishing to be. When the embryo within a seed starts to grow, it basically just stretches out of its doubled over waiting posture, elongating into an official ownership of the form that it assumed years ago. The hard coat that surrounds a peach pit, a sesame or a mustard seed, or a walnut shell mostly exists to prevent this expansion. In the laboratory, we simply scratch the hard coat and add a little water, and it's enough to make almost any seed grow. I must have cracked thousands of seeds over the years, and yet the next day's green never fails to amaze me. Something so hard can be so easy if you just have a little help. In the right place, under the right conditions, you can finally stretch out into what you're supposed to be. Each beginning is the end of a waiting. We are each given a chance to be. Each of us is both impossible and inevitable. Every replete tree was first a seed that waited.
Please stand and join in singing hymn number 21, For the Beauty of the Earth. We'll now pause our recording. As members and friends of the Vashon Island Unitarian Universalists, we commit to supporting our congregation. Financial resources help us to pay speakers and staff and support our social justice programs as well as maintaining our building. Please support VIUU with your pledges. Pledges? Pledges? Did you hear pledges? Pledges. We're a little bit low on our pledges. Pledges? So that we can continue to be a vital community with your pledges. Once a month, we contribute the financial offerings to a regional, national, or international organization that aligns with our values. This week's offering supports our beloved community. So I need two greeters to come forward and to give you some very good news. We received a special visit from the Easter Bunny, who filled our baskets with gifts for you. So please take one as you put some money in the basket too. Okay. The Easter Bunny is very generous, and as you notice, we're quite full of bunnies. So you never know which one of these is the true Easter Bunny. And as the baskets are being passed around and you take your gift, let's sing "Oh, We Give Thanks." We give thanks for this precious day. We're all gathered here and those far away for the time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. We're all gathered here and those far away for the time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. So we have one more hymn to sing, and it's hymn number 60 in your hymnals, in the time of silver rain. Please read the words as Leslie plays it, and you are welcome to sing along. And let's stand. That is a beautiful poem, a little bit difficult for us to sing, but just noted that it is a poem written by Langston Hughes. Yeah.
I needed an egg for my little one, who's 18. This is a poem about transformation called And Then. It's by Judy Chicago. And then all that has divided us will merge, and then compassion will be wedded to power. And then softness will come to a world that is harsh and unkind. And then both men and women will be gentle. And then both women and men will be strong. And then no person will be subject to another's will. And then all will be rich and free and varied. And then the greed of some will give way to the needs of many. And then all will share equally in the earth's abundance. And then all will care for the sick and the weak and the old. And then all will nourish the young. And then all will cherish life's creatures. And then all will live in harmony with each other and the earth. And then everywhere will be called Eden once again.
This marks the end of our formal service. Many thanks. Thank you, Leslie McMichael, for your beautiful music. Thank you, Judy Whitney and Ann Lewis, for creating this amazing service. The bunny lady. Thank you, Vicki, for the bunnies and a few flowers. Thanks to Julie Shannon, Marilee Runyon, Kim Kembach, Earl Gott, and I don't know who else, but thank you all. This was quite a collective effort. If you have an announcement that you would like to share that's related to our own VIUU activities, please come up and form another line over there.